Ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
Your systems are offline.
You're listening to Buzz Social Cues with Kira Rickert.
Hi, I'm Kira Rickert with The Buzz with my manifestation BFF Soma. Hi.
Hello.
Hey, how's your day going?
It's been going amazing.
I love
I'm
that.
vibing with the cloudy weather outside. I don't know if you like cloudy, moody weather.
I
but
do. I'm from the East Coast, so like I'm really used to like seasons.
Yes.
So I'm like, oh, thank God. And you just moved to LA, right?
I did like 3 weeks ago.
It was 3 weeks.
Like really recently. I still have my stuff in boxes.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I know you came from Seattle. I watched your video about
you
that.
watched
Yes. Girl, of course. I watch all the videos. And then, so like, how has this transition been?
So it's a kind of a crazy story because I was only in Seattle for 2 months. So I actually moved from Miami. And then before that, I was in LA. And then before that, I was in Canada. So I've kind of moved around a lot.
You traveled the world.
I really do have a restless leg when it comes to moving and stuff like that, but I'm tired of moving. I also realized that like after being in so many different places, you get a lot of perspective of what you like and what you want out of your life, and I'm really happy to be back in LA. Like this place feels like home for me.
I've been in LA for 8 years, so I like love
Yeah,
it here.
yeah.
So, no, and like I think it's like especially with you, like spirituality,
Yes.
like you're into that astrology. Like
Yes.
this is the hub of it.
People are very open-minded here.
Yes.
I love the 75 degrees and sunny normally. Like it's really beautiful
Yeah,
here.
no, I love it here too. So for people who like don't really know what like manifesting is, or like in your own, how would you describe what you do like, to someone who doesn't know you?
You know, it's funny because I feel like a lot of people get overwhelmed by the word manifestation because it has so many meanings online and it's hard to find a true definition for it.
Yeah.
But the simplest way that I can put it is it's the process of turning your thoughts and desires into reality. That's the simplest way to put it, just using your thoughts and turning them into reality.
Like really trying, I'm like trying to soak it in and be like, how can we?
How does
like,
that work?
Yeah, I guess.
It's,
Like, how
and
does that
then it's
work?
like the implementation of it is the
Yes.
part that gets a little confusing.
So like, how
you
is
know?
like how does one do like the work? I guess.
So I like to kind of break it down into different steps. And the easiest way to think about it is your thoughts become your words become your actions become your identity, and your identity becomes your destiny. So that's kind of the process of how your thoughts basically shape your entire reality.
Yes, no, exactly. It's like you always have to like if you're having bad thoughts, you need to switch the thoughts. Like I'm like switch the pattern,
Switch
change
the pattern. Exactly. And so a lot of that is like rewiring the way that your brain works, because it's not our fault. Humans think negative thoughts 99% of the time. And honestly, I think a lot of people there's like that toxic positivity of like, you have to think positively all the time, otherwise you're going to manifest bad things. And I'm like, well, that just gives me anxiety, to be honest.
Like I can't,
that makes it worse.
Yeah, I'm like, this is not bad thoughts are gonna happen.
Exactly. Bad thoughts are going to happen. And the way I like to look at it is it's a good thing we have bad thoughts. They help protect us. It's our defense mechanism as humans for survival. It's our survival instinct. However, if we can learn to control them and we can learn to have, or even just more control over them, more awareness of it, it's going to be able to help us shape the life that we want to start living as we're thriving rather than surviving.
Yes, yeah.
So,
And that's like,
yeah.
and you need to get out of the survival mode. Like,
Yes,
it's like
yes.
a whole brain, like there's
Yeah.
so much research and like studies about this. It's like, I find it very fascinating. And so I was wondering, when did you realize like manifestations, like your calling, like instead of doing just content, when does it like become
Yeah.
your calling?
Girl, that is a great question. I get kind of like goosebumps every time I talk about it because I'm like, I think it's been my calling since I was born.
Oh my God, I love this.
Just because as a kid, I was very like philosophic. I always loved asking the big questions. I always questioned religion and I questioned politics. I always just questioned everything. And I think that's a lot of what spirituality is. It's just questioning the world and always searching for new ways of thinking about things. And then manifestation specifically, my aunt gifted me the book The Secret. Do you remember
I don't
that
know
book?
about this book. Tell me about
So
it.
the book The Secret kind of brought manifestation into the mainstream back in the early 2000s. And so there was like this, new wave spirituality era in the early 2000s. And my aunt was super woo-woo. And she gave me this book.
I'm here for it.
Literally, she was like my introduction to the whole world. And she gave me this book to an 11-year-old about manifestation because my grandfather had just passed away. So she was like trying to help me cope
like
with the
grow
grief.
and, like,
Yeah.
grief, especially as a child. the
Especially
grief,
as a child. Yeah. So she gave me that book and it changed my life. I learned about the law of attraction and I was just obsessed.
Yes.
And then I started like, doing little manifestation experiments. Have you ever done any
No,
little
I like not
experiments?
that. Like I've tried doing like the moon water and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I always feel like I'm messing it up. I get nervous. And
I'm
I
gonna help
think-
you with
yes,
that.
I think
I'll help you with that.
I need your help on all because I'm so into it. I totally believe all of it, and like I have crystals and everything. But I'm just like. Then I get like I guess I get like my own brain gets stuck.
Overthinking
Yeah,
it.
I
Yeah,
overthink it. And I'm like
yeah.
I don't. And I think that's like a lot happens with a lot of
Yeah.
people. It's like, and like it's like you can't like yield results. You can only like yield like your mind changing and stuff. Like it's like all I don't know. So I guess I find it difficult. And I guess what would you like tell people who find it difficult?
I think you need to find the version of manifestation that works for the way that your mind works. Because for some people, affirmations are their holy grail. They love affirmations. But for other people, it feels kind of silly or cringy and they're just like not believing it. So you have to just find the version of manifestation that works for you. So maybe moon waters, maybe that's not your thing. Maybe
I
you're.
think it was a Taurus moon, and I was like manifesting other things that was not for the Taurus moon.
And so you were just like, oh, you're like, I don't
because
even know
it's like
what I'm
about like,
doing.
Taurus moon's like all about grounding, like stability, and like family and stuff. And
Yeah.
I was like trying to do like money stuff, and then
I mean, I see the thought pattern there. It makes
Yes,
sense.
It, makes
does
sense.
make
and
sense.
then like when I was like researching it, I was like, oh, maybe this is not the moon to do that. Oh, but there's a lot coming up in February.
Oh my
so
gosh.
Let's talk about February.
February is an intense. I think 2026 in general
Yes.
is such a turning point with like astrology and everything because some of the furthest planets that we have in our solar system are making transits this month. And it's the first time they've changed in over hundreds of years.
Yes.
So we are
Let's get
having
the
some
change.
crazy stuff happening.
So what should people like expect this year?
Okay, well, first off, there's going to be a lot of fire energy.
Okay.
There's a lot of Aries energy, fire energy. According to the Chinese calendar, we are entering the sign of the fire horse this year.
Okay. It's
So
the
there's
I
a
didn't
lot
know it was a
of
fire
energy.
horse.
Fire horse.
Okay, I love
yes.
this.
And so it's not just a horse, it's like a fire horse, which is almost like it's like a double whammy because a horse is already like a very hardworking creature, a creature of a lot of muscle and tenacity. On top of it, you got a fire horse, as well as we have Pluto entered the sign of Aquarius. We have Neptune entered the sign of Aries, another fire sign. So there's more fire happening,
Okay.
and Saturn as well. So when it comes to fire, the biggest thing you kind of need to keep in mind is that your hard work will be recognized and it will matter this year. So this is the year to take action. This is not the year to plan or prep. Trust the process that you've done already. Now is the time to just take even blind action. Just take action towards your goals. It will be rewarded this year.
I like it. I
Yeah.
feel your energy. I'm like, oh my god, yes. And
like this is the time to like post the post, send the email, quit the job, end the relationship.
do. It's to do.
take action this year. Yeah.
Because like we were at the year of the snake, and like that was like shedding.
Shedding,
Yes.
exactly,
And now we're
exactly.
at the year horse is like moving.
So it's like all of the processing and all of the mental work you've done leading up to this point. Now it's not time to think anymore. It's time to take action.
that makes sense because I
Yeah.
feel like when like the New Year's happened, like I was talking to a lot of my friends in 2025, like, and everyone was like, nothing happened. It just seemed like
because
really,
it was a preparation year.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm like
yes,
saying. Like
yes.
it's like
it was laying the
yeah.
groundwork.
Did you feel that way? Like, did you feel like 2025 was like
100%. Oh, it's actually so crazy because I haven't had a time to reflect on it. So I'm glad we're kind of talking about it because I'm
Yeah.
like, I haven't even really reflected. But yeah, 2025 was like planting the seeds. And I feel like 2026 is the year where it's like, oh my God, everything is just like sprouting.
Yes, no, it's
You know?
exciting. And like, so what are you seeing like sprouting like in your life? Like, what's happening for you? Like, you
Yeah.
came to LA, like, you're now
Yes.
like on this, like, really taking content as like your like main focus. So like,
Yes.
what else is happening?
I mean, 2025, my content was mainly a hobby. Even though it was my main source of income, it was still just like a passion project and I wasn't sure what it was going to be. But this is the year that I am seeing it be a true career for me. I'm also seeing the impact that it's had on other people, like people emailing me and telling me how, you know, I've either helped their life or helped them with manifestation or with my rituals. And so I'm basically just seeing like the fruits of all the labor that I did last
That's
year.
probably really rewarding, like really cool to see and rewarding, and like makes you feel like, oh, I'm on the right path.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise I'm behind my computer all day all by myself. I have no idea if people are impacted by what I do or not. And so when people tell me that, it literally is my juice to keep going because that's what I do it for, you know?
Yeah, no,
That's
like,
the whole point.
it's always great to help people, and like when you know you're like having an impact, it's like it's very fulfilling.
Yeah,
and, like,
exactly.
that's
What about
exciting.
you? Do you feel like you had any seeds that you planted last year that are growing this year?
Yes, definitely. I've especially like a lot with my career and stuff. Like I felt like a lot has happened, like being like doing like the entertainment side, and like entertainment's been so tough the past couple of years. So like I feel like this year, like I got this job and like things are like starting, and I'm like, oh my God, things are happening. Like I can see like things are like getting stabilized, and like all my efforts have like really like, so that's been like really cool.
I feel like
for me
that
to
should be the
witness.
tagline for 2026. Things are happening.
Yes, and that's what
things
I
are
want. And I'm
happening.
like, yes.
Why would I have the inside scoop on suicide bombers?
Well, aren't they mostly Muslim?
Islam does not condone killing.
Well, I don't see any G.I. Joe strapping bombs to their chest.
Instead, they drop them from drones. And calling suicide bombers Muslim is an insult to Muslims everywhere.
So people know you before from Degrassi. So like, do you miss acting at all? Like, how do you see your experience from that?
Oh, I mean, I feel like acting's a part of my identity. I'm never not going to be an actor at my core, or a performer, I would say is probably a better way that I like to call myself. I love the entertainment world, and I love acting. It's the first time in my life I've ever not been doing it. So it's been a very interesting thing.
So that's a weird transition.
I've been acting since I was like 8 years old. Like it's been like who I am for a long time. It was interesting. I think it was necessary for me to kind of take a step back to figure out who I am without it. So I think that was really cool to see who I am outside of acting, and I've loved that. But I think a part of me is feeling that pull in my chest again of like, I would even just love to step back into a class, or just be maybe part of like an improv club or something, and just be with my theater kids again. Dude, I just love theater people so much. So
like, you're in the land of theater nerds.
Exactly. And I think that's also what makes it easier, is like I was in Miami before too for a number of years, and there's not really a performing arts scene there. So even though I wanted to join the community again, there wasn't a lot of options for me to do that. But I'm happy to be here. So
that's great. And I feel like you're like now settling back in, and like things are happening. Like I don't know. I think like acting is just like such an interesting thing, because you did step away from it. Like what made you step away from it for a bit?
I think it was that when you do something for so long in your life, like the fact that I'd been doing it since I was 8 years old, I didn't really have the chance to think about what I wanted to do with my life again. I almost had been on autopilot since I was 8 years old, thinking I chose my career when I was really young, and I never thought about it again. And most people choose their career when they're exiting high school or graduating university. And so I never gave myself the opportunity to even see what else I liked in the world. And I think that was a huge pull point for me. The actors went on strike a couple years ago.
Yes.
And during that strike was the first time I didn't have acting in my life. And so I used that time for like self-discovery, to see what else I liked. And then that's when my TikTok started. And I was like, wait, I actually like this. I think I want to take a little break and see who I am without it.
No, that's crazy. It's like obviously what the strike was like so bad and so hard for a lot of people, but like taking something that's happening and
exactly. It was really difficult. Yeah, I feel like I just had like withdrawal almost. I was like, what do I do without this? Who am I was like, I think I just wrapped my identity too close to acting, and the separation was good, because now when I do step back into it, if I ever want to, I think I'll have so much more of a healthy relationship with it.
I want to see you back on my screen.
I mean, it would be really fun. I feel like I'm also just like a different person now, where like I don't know if you ever experienced this, but like when you want something so bad, it can also destroy you.
Yes.
That level of desire when you want something so bad. It was so important for me to understand that I am complete and I am enough without it.
Yeah, because like the desire becomes like a part of your like self-worth, and
Exactly.
like then it's all tied and becomes like this negative loop.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I think stepping away from it allowed me to feel complete as a person without it. And so now if I ever go back into it, I don't think I'll have that almost like a codependent relationship
Yeah, so
with
say
it.
like
Yeah.
you just want it, but you don't need it.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like it's nice if it happens, but if it doesn't, I'm also still okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're manifesting the best things.
And that
ever.
the law of detachment, baby. That's the law of detachment.
So I want the law of attraction and the law of detachment. Can you just like explain it to people?
Okay, yeah. So the law of attraction is basically attracting what you want into your life by becoming the same frequency as it. The law of detachment is attracting what you want into your life by not being so attached and so codependent with it. Like I was
always
just
think
saying.
you can't be attached to outcomes.
Exactly. You can love something without being attached to the outcome of it. Basically, it's just like de-pedestalizing the thing that you want and realizing that even if it doesn't happen, you are enough, you are complete, you are whole, and that thing isn't going to make you successful or make you love yourself more. The love's already within you.
Yes,
And
it's
so,
like finding that, and I feel like that's a lot of things that people don't understand about manifestation. It's like all within you. It's just trying to find it within you. And
it's
like,
so much inner work.
yeah, it's just like a lot inner work, like shadow work as well. Like it's all of that. Like,
have you tried shadow work before?
I have.
How did it go for you?
I mean, sad.
It's like just stop it.
It was not like fun.
It's not.
I wouldn't say it was a good time, but like I definitely grew a lot from it, and like definitely from that experience. I have something crazy to tell you.
Oh my
We have
God,
the same
what?
birthday.
No.
Yes.
You're June 24th?
Yes, we're both Cancers.
What?
I know.
Wait, what year are you?
I'm 95, so I'm 3 years older.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That's
I
insane.
know.
Do you feel like you're more of a Cancer or do you feel like you're more of a Gemini?
Okay,
because
so
we're on the cusp.
We're on the cusp. I used to, for a really long time, thought I was more Gemini because I'm very like social, outgoing. But then I found out my rising's Aries, and that's what made
Ooh.
my like Cancer, like me not being that shy of a Cancer. And then once I figured that out, I now think I'm more of a Cancer with the Aries rising.
I had the same process of denial. I was like, I'm not a Cancer, I'm a Gemini.
Yeah, I think like, when you're younger,
You
you
know,
think Geminis are like cool.
They're
like
s-
that.
they
are cool.
They are cool. And I'm like, I don't want to be a crybaby
Yes.
Cancer. And I was like, that's actually such a Cancer thing to do. To
Like-
deny being a Cancer.
That's exactly what I did for like the longest time. But then I was like,
Yeah.
because I'm just not shy. So I was like, I'm confused.
It couldn't be me then. Yeah.
I
You're
was
like, that's not me. Yeah.
I love to chat. I want to be the center of attention.
How do you balance that fire and water in you? Because
It's
that's
a lot.
crazy.
It's a fun time.
I almost imagine you having like a little angel and a devil on your shoulder being like,
I think that's kind of like my personality.
how do you deal with confrontation? Because Aries and Cancer deal with confrontation so differently.
Okay. I do not like confrontation. But like, who really does like confrontation? That's
One of my Aries friends, she eats it up.
Yeah,
She's
that's-
like, she creates the confrontation.
Oh, no, I am not. I definitely deal with like a Cancer. Like we can talk. Like no, like you can come to me and have a problem. We have a discussion. I'm like, all right, we solidify the solution. Like and like do all
Ooh,
that. Like
okay.
I'm very like logical with
Yeah.
that. But if someone starts screaming at me or like it comes out
Not
like
about
I
it.
will run. I'll
run
run
away.
away. What about you? How you deal with confrontation?
I think I used to run away and I used to, I just avoided it at all costs. Or I would just like, I couldn't even communicate my feelings during a confrontation because I just start crying.
Oh my god, yes.
And when I'm angry,
we
I
love to
cry.
We love to cry.
And I'm like, people just misunderstand me because they see me crying and they think I'm sad. And I'm like, no, I'm pissed off right now, but I just can't help it. So I'm crying. So I used to be like that, but I think I've gotten a lot better of just like communicating how I feel and also evaluating like, is this confrontation even necessary to go through? Like some confrontation just doesn't even matter at the end of the day.
kind of like law of detachment, like figuring out like
Yeah.
what is actually like
Like,
what
what's
am I
the point? What am I getting out of this?
Like,
Yeah.
do I really need to confront?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I always say, I'm like, people have bad days. I don't need to confront everything, but if I see a pattern of bad behavior, then I'll
Yes,
confront it.
yes.
That's like usually how I
Yeah.
like deal with stuff because
Yeah.
like we all have a
And the
bad
other
day.
thing too is like, is the other person going to be receptive to me bringing this up?
Yeah,
Or
oh.
if they're not, then there just might not be a point in bringing it up. You just let go of that
receptive
relationship.
and like hear you out to
Yeah,
like
yeah.
try to understand, like work through it together because like
Exactly. Because I've definitely had friendships where it's like I'll bring something up, but I notice they're not very receptive to it. And then I'm just like, well, maybe that's just not the friendship for me then,
Yeah.
you know, and that's okay.
do you feel like going through this journey you have like lost a lot of relationships or they transform? I guess transform is a better word.
I think because I move around, I lose more friendships than I want to. I honestly like, I love people. I'm a really big people person. I love having people around me and I love hosting people at my house. But moving around sometimes makes it hard to maintain friendships. And I think I'm realizing that this year. And I want to stop moving because of that. I really
Yeah.
want to grow some roots. I really want to have like
You're
a
Cancer, of course you do.
I need a home, baby. I need a
Yes.
home. Otherwise, I'm nothing without a home. And people make the home. So I do have people who, you know, are my best friends from back home in Canada, and those relationships mean the world to me, but they've gone through their ebbs and flows. I've gone through periods where we stopped talking, but I think the best part about the best friendships are the ones where you can still make it through to the other side, even through not talking, having arguments or disagreements, and you're still there for each other.
I think that's like what a true friendship
Yeah.
is. Like I think like there's times like my best friend lives in London, so like I never talk
like
to her.
London, England?
Yes. So
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I never talk to her.
Wow.
But like when we talk, there's no time has passed.
Exactly.
And, like,
Exactly.
Everything's
Yes.
great, and
Yes.
like it's really nice having that feeling of like I think there's security. I think when you're in relationships, you need that security, and like it's all very like I love
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
so-
Because family's not who you talk to the most. It's who you can rely on through thick and thin, you know? And that sounds like your friend is like family.
Yeah. No, I want to get more into your ideas of like the like who do you think is like the craziest sign?
I
Let's
can't
have some
say
tea.
that.
I want tea. I want tea.
The craziest sign.
Well-
I want to say Cancer men.
Oh, we're doing gender. Yes.
Cancer men, not Cancer women. I love Cancer women.
Cancer women are
Cancer
amazing.
men. We need to have a chat. We need to have a chat.
Oh my god. What sign do you get along with the best?
So I think being a Cancer, I get along with Scorpios well, Pisces, other Cancers, and Taurus. But honestly, I have a lot of Gemini friends, which is surprising.
I have a lot of Gemini
Yeah.
friends too, because like they always get like the street rat, like they're the crazy ones. I'm like,
Yeah, they're
really
not.
not.
They're really not. They're misunderstood. They really are.
They're just
Yeah.
tortured soul.
It's like you would think that, oh, they have a split personality. I'm like, that's not the case. It's not like that. It's just, to me, I feel like they just have double the energy as like a regular
Yes.
person. But it's like the Cancer, you gotta watch out for the quiet signs. It's always the quiet signs that get you. Like even Pisces, like
Oh, Pisces men, I think are. Like, whoa.
they are a little. I've literally only dated like Pisces and Scorpio men, and
Oh, so you really want to keep it water?
I don't anymore. No, not anymore. I learned my lesson. I dated too many Pisces men, and I'm over the water. So done with it.
Because I think the Pisces are actually the most emotional side.
Super emotional. They're also just like, if it's an unhealed Pisces.
Yes, we
You
get
know,
we're
like,
getting into the
you know,
unhealed.
yeah. See, a healed Pisces is so different story, right? But an unhealed Pisces, they are so hard to have a conversation with. Like, you're like, where are you right now? Like, this is reality, and I don't know where you are. They take Delulu to a whole nother level.
What do you think is the most boring side?
Taurus is pretty boring,
Yes.
but I will caveat that by saying I like boring.
Yes,
I like
boring's good.
stability.
I like
I
boring's
like
good.
boring. I like someone who's, rooted, got their shit together. My boyfriend is a Taurus, and
Oh, you guys
honestly,
are in love.
he's super boring, but like I love it.
Yes,
I want him to be boring. I like that stability because I'm so emotionally volatile that I need that,
No, Cancers and Tauruses get along really well.
Yes,
I
yes.
have so many Tauruses in my life, and I love that.
They're so, I love it. I need that because I'm always an overthinker. You probably feel the same way. I mean, just even the way you were talking about your moon water, I'm like, that's some
You're
Cancer
like, this
energy
girl
right
thought about
there.
this way
Yeah,
too
way too deep. But I get it. I'm totally with you on that. Like, I'm a huge overthinker and he's not. And it's so refreshing for him to be like, hey, it's okay.
Like he just
Snap out of it.
Yeah.
We're going to ground right here.
Yes.
You're okay. You're safe. Yeah.
And you also used to sing in the past.
I did.
s-
You know all the lore.
I know everything about you. That's my job.
I even forget things about myself sometimes. I'm like, I used to sing.
So
Oh,
are
yeah.
you still like? Do you still sing? Like, do you still want to like maybe go back into that, or is that like?
I think I
closed
love
chapter?
anything to do with the arts.
Okay.
So anything to do that is artistic or with performing. I think that's even why I love content because it's so creative. So yeah, I love music. I love singing. I loved when I made manifestation music. So I did make
I don't
some
know about this.
Okay, so I made some manifestation tracks because I was like, what if I could like combine the two worlds of what I love? And I wrote this song called Like Magic. And it's basically like if you listen to the lyrics or you like look up the lyrics, like it will explain manifestation to you. And to me, it's just like the epitome of my belief system. And I almost like wanted to make a song that really embodied like who I am, and I feel like that's that. But in terms of a career out of it, I don't know. I'm open to it. I
You're
don't
just
know.
like whatever comes my way.
Yeah, I'm open.
Whatever, my chakras are healed. I'm open to
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Let's
I mean,
do
I want to
this.
be like Barbie. I want to be a singer, an actor, the president. I want to go to space. I want to do
Yes.
everything.
Okay, good. I love that. So I was
You
Barbie.
know? Yeah. I want to be like Paris Hilton. She does it
Oh
all.
my gosh, she's
you
really,
know?
yeah. I guess is that your icon is Paris Hilton?
Why not?
Yeah,
I love it.
great
Yeah.
person to pick.
Or should I say loves it?
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I'm so into the Housewives. So I love how like her mom's on it. Like I'm like yes.
Do you like reality TV?
Oh my god, I love reality TV. Do
Me
you?
too.
Okay.
It's such a guilty pleasure.
It's so.
But I don't know
yeah.
why I should feel guilty. Like, why do I feel
I
guilty?
think I'm doing like a human study case.
Yes.
That's why I think I'm.
It
Looking
is
at the
sociology.
psychology. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I am actually a historian looking at watching people do what they do and like why do they behave this way, and I'm like, look at me. I'm so into it. What's your top?
You could definitely like write a report about some of these things that they're doing on TV. It's
For
crazy.
sure. I
Wait, what did
know.
you say?
What's your favorite reality show right now?
Right now, I'm excited for the new season of Love Is Blind. I always love Love Is
Okay.
Blind.
That's a good sociology.
That one's
like-
really interesting. And then I think my first introduction to reality TV was the Kardashians. I think
yeah.
I was kind of like, that was kind of like the era when I was growing up. But I've watched it all. I've watched Bachelor Nation. I love Bachelor in Paradise. I love Love Is Blind. I love Love Island. I love it all.
I'm
All
the
of
same
it.
way. I'm a huge Bravo person, so
Yeah.
I'm like,
I used to even love like Say Yes to the Dress
Yeah.
growing up, or Toddlers
Yes,
and Tiaras,
yes,
all the
yes.
TLC shows.
all that stuff. It's
Yeah.
all so good.
It's so bad that it's good.
No, you can just like, turn it on and you don't have to like get caught up, which I think is like
Yes,
the
yeah,
really
yeah,
nice thing. You
yeah.
can just enter that reality quickly. So I think
Yeah.
that's always really good. I'm curious, what belief about yourself did you have to learn to outgrow?
I think it's it's a never-ending journey of like self-worth. I feel like is my biggest thing, but I also feel like that's for a lot of people. Self-worth is something I'm constantly always working on, and it's something that I've overcome a lot of, and I do value myself so much more, but there's always a lot of work to go. The shadow work never ends.
Never ends.
It never ends.
It's always a cycle.
It's
You just
always
try
a
and keep it
cycle.
going up.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. But I mean, I think a few other things that I've kind of outgrown that I do feel like I'm like pretty done with is like a lot of self-limiting beliefs that I inherited from my parents or like even from my grandparents, like generational
Yeah.
traumas, generational pains and stuff like that. I feel like I've done a really good job at uncovering that, which is awesome because it's like, you can break the cycle.
Yes,
and
no, you really
start
can. I
fresh.
think like that's what a lot of people don't believe. Oh, like they're like, well, this is who I am. It's like
It's who
no,
I am. It's what, yeah.
no,
Exactly. And I'm also trying to like, I've also been trying to like view my parents and my grandparents as like unhealed children as well. And like just meeting them with compassion.
Yeah.
Like, it's really hard, especially when sometimes the people you love are the people who hurt you. But I'm really trying to look at it through a lens of compassion and what they went through. Does it mean that I have to let people walk all over me and do what they want? No. But it also means that I don't have to carry the burden of hate or anger with me anymore.
No, I think
know?
like that's when it's unresolved and stuff. It's like things can be resolved without really, again, like we were talking about like talking about stuff. Like you just have to accept. It's like a lot of acceptance. around it.
Acceptance as well as like, it's so freeing. It's like carrying anger and carrying hurt with you is such a heavy burden to carry. And also realizing that like, that's not your burden to carry. You don't have to do that. You can release it too.
Yeah, no, and it's like always very cathartic to like release it and like
cathartic, yes.
once you like learn that they didn't have the tools that you have and like it's
Exactly.
like you have compassion for them
Yes.
and you just can be able to move forward with
Yes.
your life.
And compassion too for yourself as well. Like sometimes I would even get angry at my past self. Like, why didn't I stand up for myself earlier? Why didn't I believe in myself earlier? Why did I do these things? But then it's like, that version of me still got me to here today.
Yes,
and
exactly.
I like who I am today.
I like
so it's
you,
not that bad.
yes,
It's
no.
not that bad at the
I
end of
think
the
it's
day.
just all like you can do. Like, I actually don't regret anything in my life.
I love
I'm
that.
Really big
I
on
love
that
that.
because like even the stuff I'm like about.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Some of it's cringy, but you don't regret it.
But like it's exactly because it's what I knew at that time, and
It's- yeah, you
and
did
it's
the
just, like,
best you could.
and like
Yeah.
having compassion for yourself.
Exactly,
Yes,
yeah.
no, I love that.
I love doing inner child healing so much. I love even just like giving myself a hug or doing things that would have made my inner child happy. So like we were talking before we were on air about plushies
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
toys
yeah.
and stuff. I let myself indulge in those kinds of things, like taking myself to Build-A-Bear, buying myself the sparkly, glittery stuff that I never got to have as a kid, and like healing my inner child by like kind of like reparenting myself and giving myself the space to be a kid even as an adult.
Yes, exactly. I think it's like what we were talking about earlier. Like, it's fun to just be excited about fun, dumb things.
Yes.
Like, I
yes.
love my Labubus.
I love my Labubus too. I love my Jellycats. I love my Labubus. I love my American Girl doll. I love all of it.
And I think that's like where people need to like, I think where we can like end is just like being positive and like just really giving and like taking in like what makes us happy.
That's okay. If you want to like have like a home run right now, it's just like at the end of the day, following your bliss, following your joy, and following your heart is the purest form of manifestation. It's the purest form of spirituality. And that's literally all we can do as humans is follow our joy and follow our bliss. And when you do that, everything else just like falls into place magically.
Oh my God. I had so much fun talking to you, Soma. Thank you so much.
I had so much fun talking to you.
So my manifestation BFF Soma here at The Buzz. Thanks, guys.
Hi, my name is Soma, and you have just been buzzed.
You're listening to Buzz Social Cues with Kira Rickert.